What up, folks? Scott here. Just got done with a fucking shower, man, so my hair's a bit flopped. But dude, I wanted to announce something, man. Very fucking important. Very important, but I tell you now. And that is, the retards are stealing your stuff, man. The retards are stealing your stuff. Reason being is that we believe we're smart. And we are. But we're not as smart as we think. Yeah, we can brush our teeth and write a book, sequence things and do a couple of other things. Learn to fly a plane. But when it comes to relationships, understanding life, the universe, we suck at it, man. We start wars, divorces, cheating, violence, crime, shouting at your kids. We're terrible because we're dumb. We are dumb. And here's the thing though. When you accept your dumbness, when you stop trying to be clever and accept your dumbness, you'll stop being stupid. Meaning dumb is having the humility to stop thinking and realize thinking hasn't helped you one bit. Worrying, concern hasn't added to the solution. It hasn't. And guess what? You always got through. So what was all that worrying for? I wonder. But we try to be clever when we live our lives. We scheme and we try to be clever. We're thinking all the time. But our brain is not designed to think in that way. It's just designed to receive. We are more heart than brain. And to require or acquire that wisdom, that base, foundational, basic center of your body wisdom, you have to accept that you don't know everything. And you have to drop your cynicism and your arrogance and come back to the simple idea of being a dumbo. Being simple. Come back to your simple intelligence. Because if you are Mr. Complicated, I have this complicated issue no one else understands. It's so deep and dark and complex because I'm a mature adult and you'll never understand. Guess what, man? You've forgotten the simplicity. You've forgotten it's about being happy, which I assume you want to be. It's about love. You've forgotten your ABCs, your 1, 2, 3s. So you have to go back to being a dummy and come back to the simple intelligence that you have. Simple intelligence that you have. And guess what, man? The retards are stealing your stuff. The retards are getting the success. The retards are getting the girls. The retards are getting this and that. The great bard, the awards, all these things. Because you, Mr. Professor, Mr. Know-it-all, Mr. Smarty Pants, believe that somehow your cleverness is better than intelligence itself. The intelligence of God, the intelligence of all that is, the intelligence of life, the intelligence that calls upon birds and animals 2 days before a tsunami or a week before a tsunami and gets them all to leave. That's called instinct. That's called intelligence, right? And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with perusing your mind and pondering or allowing great ideas to come and conceive something. That is great. I'm talking about the excessive thinking of day to day, the OCD, ADHD thinking, which is not necessary because you believe you have to solve something. You will never solve it. You will never solve because there is nothing to solve. You've just forgotten what it's like to be in your heart, in your feelings. And that requires a dumbing down. That's why I'm having a beer today. Dumb out a bit. Simplify my life. Because man, have I made it complicated. I don't know about you, but I've made my life very complicated at times. And it's unnecessary, man. It's unnecessary. Because we believe that we're higher than our heart, but we're not, right? We're more heart than brain. But if you believe what's on top knows best rather than what's in the center that counts, then you're going to fall into arrogance. You're going to see dumb people out on the street drinking. You're going to see dumb people chatting shit, being dramatic, not being cool, calm, and up your ass like you, and being like scared of them. You'll become scared of the animal in there. You'll become scared of the simple intelligence that they have. So, that's all I want to say, man. Retards are taking your stuff. But you can take your stuff back and have a lot more fun if you admit that you are dumb. Admit you are dumb. You're not as smart as you think. Right? Yes, we're evolving as a species. You'd hope so, right? Yes, we grow more intelligence, but we ain't gone that far. Right? We don't know love and fear and all these things that much. Right? Science can't explain everything, goddamn. Neither can religion, nothing can. But that's the mystery of life. That's the mystery of life. The mystery of life. But it is. So let the lines blur a little. Like, I remember when I had a girlfriend at the time. I'm a lonely singleton right now. A single simpleton. And I remember we went to a museum in London and then we saw two pictures. One of them, they were side by side, and one of them was very, very stark, like a blue. Everything was very realistic, very defined. The other one was a bit more fairy tale-ish. It was green, it was a bit more blurry. And I remember her saying, I like the blurry one more. And me looking at it and being like, you know what? I agree, actually. Because we can get clear about the wrong things, right? We get older, a little bit wiser, and suddenly we believe we know it all and become cynical and locked on to microscopic things. Microscopic things. Missing the big picture. And we think we're smart. We're not. We're a dumbass in that moment. We're ignorant. You're holding on to what fucking Barry said to you 20 years ago. That is so microscopic. Barry is a tiny grain of sand within the fucking infinite beach that is the universe. But if you hold on to that because you're so clear that you're right and he was wrong, maybe he was wrong, but fuck, man. Are you going to stay in that pristine arrogance your whole life? Because he had his own issues. Barry had his own issues, right? And when you settle down, simmer down a bit and come into your heart, you realize you're both right and you're both wrong. It all depends on the point of view. But why hold on to microscopic perspectives, right? Microscopic arguments. I know it all. You don't. Otherwise you'd be happy. You'd be fearless. You'd be in awe. You'd be fucking running around the streets naked. Because you knew this was a game, this was God, this was just pure love, pure joy. But if you're not, that's okay. Just admit you're dumb. And it's going to take you getting even more dumber to do such a thing like that. So know that, man. And you don't need to think. You really don't need to think. Thinking is a damn disease on this planet, man. People can think themselves to death. Better to have a drink. Better to have a smoke. Better to go to the gym. Better to fuck. Better to fucking go on holiday. Better to do something. Go to the cinema. Take a walk. Go somewhere unexpected. Do anything. Frickin' get your damn hygiene routine down. Clip your toenails. That shit. Then think. Thinking gets you nowhere. Have you not noticed that? And if you can't admit that, how your cleverness has really been for naught in many, many ways, then that's arrogance, man. That's arrogance, and that's something to work on. That's a celebration. Damn, I'm arrogant. Damn, I can't let go of this heighty, complex, haughty notion of myself that no one really cares about anyway, because we're all gonna die, right? No one really cares that much. Even about themselves, because we all move on. It's not that big of a deal. You can allow yourself to be a dummy once again. Take the dummy out of your mouth and be a dummy, right? And come alive. Remember, you have basic needs. You want to do basic things, physical things. You came here to be physical. All right? I love you guys. I'll see you later.